Hello everyone, welcome back to Winter Moon Tabletop. I'm sorry to say, I have some bad news. Grandma is dead.
She's dead!
The bad news though is that she didn't leave a will for her inheritance. Fortunately for you and me, we get to compete for that inheritance in the game La Familia Hort, designed by Ramiro Marinero and published by Grand Gamers Guild. La Familia Hort, directly translated according to Google as the Hort family, with Hort being short for what I assume is horticulture, is a game where you will take on the role of one of the Hort family members, all trying to grow the most impressive garden of fruits and vegetables in order to attract the favor of their late Granny Hortensia. The game moves through a series of phases where players will purchase garden tiles from the market, including food and special items, and add them to their own garden. During some rounds, Granny Hortensia will rise from beyond the grave to check on whose farm is performing best. After Granny appears for the third time, she will decide who has earned enough experience to inherit her farm and win the game. La Familia Hort was a game that really appealed to me right away with its art style and design. Just the box art alone was giving me Tim Burton vibes, and I couldn't wait to start playing. My friend and I stumbled through the rules a bit, but once we got to playing a few rounds, we realized we've been playing entirely wrong, so we started over immediately. Is there any board game you don't play wrong the first time? Granny appears when a blood moon tile is revealed, and when Granny appears the third time, as I said, the game triggers its end. The one problem, however, is how those tiles are randomly drawn. The tiles here in the middle that you'll draw from at the beginning of each round determine the remaining rounds, among other things, like how much you'll water your plants or how much fertilizer you'll use. Now, on our second playthrough, Granny Hortensia was revealed 3 rounds in a row, which meant that we barely had any time to build our garden and never even saw the other 2 tiles.
Nice job, team.
I think my friend had like 3 experience at that point and I had 0, and the game maybe lasted 10 minutes. Unfortunately, that's how a lot of the gameplay felt. Progress just seemed very slow. So slow, in fact, that I kept checking the rules to make sure I wasn't playing incorrectly like I had before. I honestly was never able to earn enough experience points to really make an impact. And since experience points are all that matters, it doesn't seem worthwhile to pursue any other kind of strategy given how quickly the game can end based on random tile draw. For example, during the watering phase, which is one of the phases you'll do when you flip a tile over, you're only allowed to water 1 of each of your plants in your garden. At least that's my understanding according to the rules. But some plants require 2 or 3 water tokens to be fully watered, and part of the game is selling your fruit to get money, and you can't sell plants that are not fully watered. So while it may seem like it's a worthwhile endeavor to wait until you can fully water some of the higher valued foods, it doesn't seem to make sense because you can just sell as many of the low amounts as possible and gain what little experience you can in the time allotted. Moments of this game felt a little unbalanced for those reasons. I'd have a ton of resources that I couldn't feasibly spend in the amount of time left, and like I said before, the painful grind to simply get 1 or 2 XP just felt a bit like an insurmountable task. Just making the game a bit longer so players have more time to really spec out their garden, I think that would have gone a long way. That all being said though, I do think the redeeming qualities of La Familia Hort is that it really stuck out to me as an approachable family game. I can see playing this game with my own kids when they're a little bit older. Not saying it's a kid's game by any means, but I like the bright characters, easy gameplay, and overall accessibility. It wasn't a bad experience, it was just somewhat disappointing compared to what I was expecting when I saw the box, and who knows, maybe there'll be some updates later that can kind of help enhance the game a little bit with an expansion or things like that. Just have fun with it and take it at face value. That's my best advice. Considering all of that, I give La Familia Hort a final score of 6.5 out of 10. If you like board game content, you've come to the right place. Please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. It really helps me out a lot and motivates me to continue doing videos like this.
Who are you?
You can check out La Familia Hort and see for yourself. Give it a try, you might really enjoy it, as well as other Grand Gamers Guild new release board games coming to Origins 2024, which is happening right now. I'd love to hear in the comments what you thought of the game. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Chris, and we'll see you next time.